Good evening. Welcome to Candid Connections live podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Tiffany.
I'm your other host, Janelle Lene.
And I'm your host, Danielle Lachey.
And I'm C. Wade. Give me that male perspective.
And I'm Billy Ray, part of the 5-5, and we back at y'all with another one.
All right, what's going on tonight, guys?
A whole lot of something. Apparently, we're having a conversation about exes tonight.
Let's get
Who
it
wants to
candid.
kick it off? Who wants to kick it off?
All my exes live in Texas.
Okay, I have a question. Do you guys think that you can still be friends with your ex?
Can I have content clarity on the question? Friends with your ex or friends with your ex when you're with someone else?
Either one.
I think you can. I just think you need to set boundaries. Like if you're with someone, then I wouldn't say you should be calling that person like friends. Like if y'all see each other out, then y'all can be cordial. But it shouldn't be like no daily communication or anything like that.
Billy, what you think?
If one is in a significant relationship with someone, I don't think that there should be anything with an ex, because what's the point? What would be the point of having anything with an ex? We're talking about friends. Gaynell said if you see them out in cordial, that's general cordial with everybody. That don't even fit the qualification for friend. But friend is somebody you have dialogue with often, maybe not every day, but there's a closeness that comes to friendship. And if that relationship is no longer a relationship, to one point that I think maybe Tiffany, you said earlier, unless there's small children involved.
You're still co-parenting.
Yeah, that's a reason, but just to be friends, I don't know that that's a wise set of usage of time.
Carl, what you think?
I'm thinking, why in the heck you gonna be friends with your ex? They're your ex. What are you trying to re-spark, rekindle? Now here's the thing, because it's always a thing with me.
Yes.
And I don't want to sound, I'm gonna say there are double standards in this world, but I think it's more acceptable for a man to deal with their ex when there's truly nothing going on versus a woman dealing with their ex, because there's going to always be something going on.
Whether the woman wants to or not, because we know men. Is that right?
Yes.
It's not about y'all, because I know you're looking confused.
Oh, yeah, I am.
It's not about you. We know us as men, and what we're telling you is, as an ex, if we have access to you in any communication style, there is potential to cause conflict.
Even as a man, if you are in a relationship with someone else and you still have to communicate with your ex, there could be a possibility that there's some extracurricular activities going on because you are communicating with each other.
There's the potential.
But why would it be a potential if you are in something?
Remember that that's the nature of a man. Now, if you're saying if we're in a significant relationship, it should not. But if you're friends with an ex who does not have somebody, if there's a guy who does not have a woman, and you're with a guy, just trust your brothers when we tell you that that is a potential for conflict. Because, Carl, do you care if your ex is with a guy and you have access to your ex and you're talking to her and communicating her and y'all still friends? Do you even care anything about that guy?
If it's my ex, no.
Guys don't care about that guy.
Just disrespectful.
Absolutely. This is true. And so I'm just saying, when we talk about exes, that is a potential. Not all men will do that, but I'm just saying that's a potential to introduce conflict. Not known to y'all.
Interesting.
Right, because I feel like we as women, Tiffany, I don't know if you can agree, but if we have an ex and they're in a relationship, we don't want to entertain anything at all.
At all. No, not in the least bit. But I want to piggyback off of what Carl said. Like, why in the heck would you want to be friends with your ex? And do you think, though, that keeps the door open? Like, let's say you're both single, but if you're continuing to deal with your ex, do you think that keeps the door open? And it's because to me, it would be harder to move on if you're still talking to that person.
And I'm just saying that this is an ex that's truly your ex. You have no ties. You were in relationships, no ties such as kids or
Right.
finances.
Right.
If you're done with that person, that relationship didn't work out, then you were in that relationship to be intimate, to try to move forward in being one unit, and it didn't work out. So if he is continuing around you, he's still wanting that same actions that he can get because he done either had it before or he's just going to linger around until he can get it. Especially if that's what he's on,
For conflict.
which give it a high probable chance of something happening. So why would a man let his woman have continued communication with her ex?
That shouldn't happen because some people just
Right.
don't care if she got an ex or she's in a relationship.
No, so
Some
I have a
men are just gonna,
question.
yeah.
So when we say ex and friends, would it be a conflict of interest if your ex like follows you on social media
Ooh.
and y'all friends on social media?
Why are y'all still friends? He's an ex for a reason.
Is the question, should your ex still follow you on social media?
Should y'all still follow each other?
I don't think so.
I'll say I do have an ex that follows me. I don't follow that person. And my thing is, if you want to follow and see what I got going on in my life as I moved on, do as you please. But there's absolutely no communication. You're blocked to the point where your emails go to spam.
I'm private. I don't want nobody on my page. My page is reserved for, or my social stuff is reserved for people that I can feel safe around. And if it's an ex, I mean, I'm not saying that I don't want them in that space. That space is sacred to me. So why would I want somebody who is no longer sacred in my sacred space?
So what
They
if
don't.
it ended amicably and cordial, like no, no enemies or nothing?
Yeah, they still don't need to be. They don't need that access stuff.
And give an example of amicably that we broke up. Like everything was fine, but we broke up. Like what's an example of that we're good, we just are breaking up?
I would say like you both come to a mutual agreement, like some like it's just not working or y'all grow apart and but y'all still, have that friendship, but y'all see it's not working as a relationship.
Yeah, I mean, last year we didn't have a traumatic breakup. We broke up because we had religious differences that were not going to last forever. We actually were good. We were good, but just because um, I concluded that that would potentially be a problem, we didn't have a problem as far as relationship wise, but I also understood that based on the level of seriousness in the relationship, that was going to be a problem. So, I mean, we bet she still doesn't have access to anything. She on quiet mode, like not to the point where they're in spam, but like if she sends messages, it's in an area where I don't
Hey
see them
now.
unless I go into the area for basically muted because that's a safety thing. Not that there's anything bad, but that's just a make sure that I take time to heal, move on, because it just can't. There's no there's a 1% chance that she switches religions, and I wouldn't even ask a person to do that, and I wouldn't even trust it if she did, because then it would seem like she was doing it on purpose. That's just not good.
I have a question. Do you think you should disclose who your ex is if your partner doesn't know your ex? Like, say your ex walks in a room and you're at a party. Do you feel like you should say, just so you know, that person there is, I used to date that person?
I think that's great communication with your significant other. That's a safety thing. Not that something bad is going to happen, but we talk about even on our last call about the importance of communication. Imagine if you don't say something and there was interaction, and then later they find, you don't, for your significant other, great dialogue and great communication, I think helps all the time, even if it doesn't mean anything to the person that's.
But even if it's like no communication, like they walk into a room, they're not going to speak to you, you're not going to speak to them. Your ex wouldn't know unless you told them. Do you tell them?
I think if you're in a relationship and you try to be intentional, you be transparent. It's a difference between, being honest and being transparent because you can not be honest and not answer the question or not even bring it up, but being transparent is saying, hey, this is what it was, this is what it is, and I'm just kind of letting you know so there's no issues later.
Me, on the other hand, if it's to the point where I'm not talking and he ain't talking to me, because I'm gonna act like I don't see you. So I ain't no need to say that's my ex because I don't even see you there.
Janelle done brick
if you're in a
walled it.
relationship, you want to give
Why?
your boo thing your heads up, right?
Why? If I'm not talking to him and he ain't talking to me, why even bring him up?
Proactive versus reactive.
I don't see him.
I know you're saying you don't want to give that person
Right.
energy, but again, if It depends on the party too. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, if in passing, would you want to? Okay, maybe let's do the question a different way, ladies. Would you want to be informed if your guy is in a space where there is someone
Yes.
that's
You better tell me.
okay, Gaynell?
Yeah.
So Janelle, if you're in a space with your guy and it just so happens that a young lady he used to date didn't know she was going to be there, would you prefer to be informed or would you prefer to not be informed and left in the dark?
I mean, if it's a situation where she's not coming up to me, or they're not talking, like I'm ignoring. No, I don't care, because even me.
But what if he steps away and goes to the restroom and she
Well,
just
that's a
happens to
whole
feel
different
it?
thing.
Now
Right.
you done took it
Right,
somewhere
that's a
else.
whole different thing. Yes, I want to know.
That's what I'm saying. Because you never know. You
It's
never know
always
when you're
more.
But
mingling.
if it's not, if it's that scenario, yes. But if it's like to the core, like I can't stand him, he can't stand me, there's absolutely no communication, no conversation. We both look the other way. Why even bring it up?
Right.
I
And
guess
also
I just
too,
don't want to.
depends
I
on
don't want to be out of the loop. Like, especially if
Right.
you're in a party and everybody knows people, and my significant other is new to my circle. I don't, or I'm new to his circle. I don't want to be the one out of
And
the
that
loop.
was
Like, if I'm going to a party and he's not going to talk to her, she's not going to talk to him, but other people know that you dated. Like, I don't want to be the one that
well,
don't
I get
know.
that
Like,
part.
let
I
me
get that
know.
part. But even with that, you're gonna be checking out. Is she looking at my man? It's just gonna be like looking
Now
to see.
that might be a seed of insecurity if you start thinking that way.
Don't
Right.
start that. No,
No,
that's
right.
gaslighting. That's gaslighting. No, ain't nobody
Right.
insecure. I just want to
Janelle was
know.
very
Don't you do
Right.
that.
get it.
Oh, here we go.
Janelle
I
been
think
on
it
it.
depends on the setting too. Cause like if you're at a party, then yes, you want to know. But if it's something that y'all not going to be near, then what's the point? But if it's something that you know
Yes.
that y'all can come into communication,
It
contact,
kind of sounded like Janelle was in her feelings about that ex.
No, not at
What
all.
is
Not
this
at all.
about?
No,
If we
don't
ain't talking,
no.
I ain't talking. It sounds like you in your
No,
feelings
not in
about
my
that
not at
ex.
all.
How are you leaving?
Don't you
How
do
are
that. Don't
Not at all.
exes?
no.
Not at all.
It ain't gotta be, see, y'all like to
Right.
gaslight. It ain't gotta
So,
be
I
nothing.
mean,
It has nothing to do with nothing. Now, correct me if
what,
I'm wrong, Janelle. She's just saying, I'm that girl right
Right.
now. I'm that girl that's here. So I'm not worried about her.
Exactly.
Period.
we
So
talked about in relationships leaving it amicable, but it sounds like her relationships they don't never leave amicable.
ain't got not one on the books yet. Just listen.
are you saying she tried?
Ryan,
We are getting to the root of this. I didn't say it, but you heard it
I'm just saying hypothetically. Yes,
hypothetically.
that's what I'm saying. Because Jeff,
I'm picking up what you're laying down,
thank you.
Janelle. Like, sometimes there is those situations where it don't even matter to me. We're together. Our relationship is strong enough to where it could be 10 of
Right.
hers. And I don't care. She ain't me. So I feel like that's what I hear her
Yes.
saying. Now, y'all taking it
Yes,
somewhere else.
Tiffany, you feeling me. Carl like
Okay.
to make things out of things that ain't even there.
He
It's
asking
just there.
questions.
I
Nah.
expose it.
He said he exposed it.
It's not like you and me right now. So why am I giving her that energy? Or he, why are we giving that energy to the ex?
Because I mean, technically, you making they're not a factor.
If you don't give that energy, then you're gonna have to get it now because you holding out.
How?
Why you
But what if we already had this conversation about the ex?
so you
Eh.
so you just can't point them out if you walked
No,
in.
I'm not
I mean,
gonna
what
say,
what
oh,
is the
that's
big
my
deal?
ex. That mean I'm giving him the energy. No.
Even at that moment, even if it was to the side or just kind of,
Later on that night during conversation,
After we left the party.
Gentle nudge.
I would think you was. I don't know. Don't let me get to
What,
talking.
Carl?
Please get to talking.
I would think you're a little bit shysty for telling me a little bit later. You know what I'm saying? Because
Because
again,
why are we giving him
because
that energy
again,
though? Why is he the center of it? He's not gonna be the center of attention.
well, give me that.
If I'm there
You
having
don't
a
have to
good
give me.
time, why am I? By the way, that's my ex right there.
Give me a heads up. Give your man a
But
heads
why?
up.
Why am I need to give you a heads up? I'm not even talking to him.
Because he might say something slick. And if your guy not prepared and don't even know who this slick shyster person is, he your ex, but we already know he ain't worthy. You don't know what that person might say. He might be at the bar trying to get you an adult beverage, and he might just pull up, oh, I see you over there with Shawty I used to deal with.
Maybe he's
The guy
telling
told
you.
off.
Maybe I know I got this, Billy. Hold on. Maybe he's telling you his love language is words of affirmation, and he needs them words of affirmation, and you just ain't giving it to him. You giving him what you want.
Into the energy. Now, if I know this was an ex that's going to cause problems, that's going to come up to me and say something, okay, I'm going to give you a heads up. But if I know that me and my ex are not talking, have no type of communication or whatsoever, I don't feel the need.
Maybe haven't seen each other in
Yes,
years.
I don't even feel the need to be like, well, that's my ex. For what?
It's interesting when I asked y'all if y'all wanted to know, y'all was like, yeah. But
Toxic.
then when
I
you're
didn't say
saying,
yeah. I say, will you bring a scenario?
I said yeah.
It's a certain scenario. Like if this the same situation, they don't talk. No, because you with me.
Conditional. They
Oh, there we
conditional.
go.
There we
Carl.
go.
Here we go.
Janelle is
There
very
we go.
conditional. She shows us every episode, every situation.
No, I'm not. How is that conditional?
Gaynell,
Carl?
how is it? You just said when you.
No, I say we got talking about scenarios. Now, if you got an ex that's gonna come up, that gonna make a scene and act, because you got some of them ex that that's gonna come up to you. Yes, I want to know that's your ex. But if
And again, how are you leaving your exes where they are just off the chain? Well, let's talk about how do we
it's
look?
not
How
about
do we?
me. It's about. I'm just saying this is just hypothetically. I'm just saying that's just how I am right now. Like, why give that person that energy to begin with? If you know that y'all ain't seen each other, y'all don't communicate, no whatsoever. Why I'm just gonna point out that's my ex.
But you're not giving your ex the energy. You're giving the energy to your man that you're supposed to be with about what's going on. You don't have to give no energy to your ex. It sounds like your ex affected you and you don't want to deal with it, but that's not to say that you should tell your man about him. But it sounds like you can't tell your man about him because
What?
you're still affected
No,
by
absolutely not.
him.
No, that is not it.
And again, I'm not a relationship expert. We're just a group of friends who just talk and just try to figure things out together. If you're in a relationship, we do advise you seek that therapy, which is always good for that.
so
But
Carl,
yeah,
if
it
you
seems like you pretty toxic, Janelle. Sound like you pretty
I
toxic.
am nowhere near toxic. Nowhere near.
Yeah, I don't believe that. I do not believe that. We won't say who might be toxic
Right.
on here now. We're not doing
We
that
gonna leave
now.
that
I am
alone.
far
We're
from
gonna leave that
toxic.
alone.
stay focused, stay focused,
Look at Billy. Stay focused.
stay focused. Definitely
let me-
not toxic.
I have a question for the guys. Have you ever been in a situation where maybe you're dating a girl and you have like a friend or something to say, "Hey, my homegirl used, or my dude or my homeboy used to date her." How do you handle that? Like, okay, so let me say it again. You just started dating a girl and you have a friend that says, "Hey, just letting you know, my homeboy used to date her." How do you handle that? And does that bother you?
How do you handle
And does it
to
bother
find
you?
out that your girl was in the streets?
Well, she got to be in the streets. She went in
See,
the
Why she
see.
gotta do spring?
What are you asking?
Okay, I'll
It
say
is.
it again. Say you just started dating a girl that, let's just say you really like her, but then you have a friend that's like, "Hey, just letting you know," or it don't even have to be a friend. It could just be like an acquaintance, somebody you know. Just let you know that she used to date my friend. Is that a turn off for you?
Do dudes do that?
I'm asking. I don't know, because I'll say this for women. There's always that chick that
Dated that dude.
he used to date my friend ass girl. Like, who
probably
cares?
years ago.
He used to try to talk to my friend. Yeah, he used to, and it might have been in the 3rd grade. Who knows?
Right.
He used to try to talk to my friend. So, like, okay, so ladies, we deal with that. What do you guys think about that? That chick that always, soon as she find out you're dating somebody, girl, he used to talk to my friend, or he used to want to talk to my friend, or he was in my friend's inbox.
He ain't in your inbox no
That
more.
was
For
the
me,
past.
it's a
I'm
so.
the present. Right. It's
Yeah,
like,
that
so
might be
what?
a lady thing. That might be a thing that ladies do.
Okay, so men don't ever
So
talk
men
about.
don't be like, "Oh
shorty,
yeah, my homeboy hit that." Men don't say that.
That's possible, but I'm saying if
Billy, do they do it or
I'm
not?
assuming, I'm not sure.
But how would you handle it?
Okay, there you go. Would that bother you?
If some guy
Friend
just
or an
said if
acquaintance or whatever?
Somebody that you know.
somebody I know is like one of his friends that I don't know used to deal with a young lady, I'm not sure.
Does that turn you off from her?
Carl says she been in the streets.
Don't listen to
She
Carl.
gotta
Why?
go.
Right. That could have just been one of her exes.
That could have been a long time ago. Why is her past affecting what's going on now?
I don't know. I've
Because
never
everybody
had
has an ex, right?
Right.
Everybody at our age now, everybody has an
Yeah,
ex.
sure. But I just have never had that as an experience, so I'm not qualified to answer that question.
Carl, how would you handle that? C. Wade.
Lord.
Here's the thing. You made it sound like, somebody come up to you to trying to like pull your chain about a woman you trying to put on a pedestal and they knocking you down. And that's all that's what it feels like. So
Mhm.
so automatically it feels like, okay, that's a strike against what we got going on because she's
Really?
been with somebody that you know about or a friend, and that ain't cool. We want somebody and it's somebody who you said somebody who I really like, who I just started dating.
You,
I don't want everybody to know, especially a personal. Now, if it's a guy she went to school with or high school with, or I don't know,
Mhm.
but if it's in my immediate circle, you're like, dang, that's
It ain't her fault. She
weird.
didn't know you.
It can only go so far.
So that
It is her fault.
eliminate her because she done mess with your homeboy friend.
and you don't
And
know
she
the
could have met
friend.
you at
Mind
Yes.
different
you,
times.
you
She
don't
should
know
have
the friend.
waited. She
But
should
she
have waited.
didn't know that she didn't know that was your friend or that was your homeboy, whatever.
And you don't know his friend. You and his
Right.
friend are not friends.
But here's
Y'all
the
have
thing.
no.
You done made a situation.
No, we didn't.
See, when you make situations with men, you done made a situation. Now, if we didn't know and don't know, we don't know that, and that's his friend, and it just we riding. But now that we know, now it's a situation, and we don't care to be in that situation.
So it's her situation by default because she was messing with your homeboy friend, but she didn't know you.
You heard too close for comfort.
Really?
But why? That ain't your friend.
Right.
So now it's her fault. So now she gotta be punished per se.
And then who is this man doing all this talking like this?
That's my point. Who's the guy doing that? Who's talking? What
Well,
guy
maybe
is
it was
talking like
just
that?
in conversation. It
Right.
could have been in
Because, like
conversation.
Janelle said, y'all don't ever have a situation where it's like, my homeboy so and so hit that or whatever. However, men talk, I don't know. Okay. You say that don't happen with men. Okay.
I'm not saying it don't. I don't recall the last time such a thing has happened.
I keep telling y'all, Carl runs a tight program.
Clearly,
Like, these women don't stand a chance.
because she getting eliminated by
But-
default.
Yes.
You didn't get to know her.
I
Like,
done
and
been
then
through some
the
things. I
scenario
done been through
is
some things.
okay. I don't want to pull.
And I guess we
Okay.
all have, because we talking about exes. We know some leave happy, some don't, and some really don't.
It happens one way or another.
Well, y'all know
There
we
was
be
some
I try to
valued.
make
So
sure-
she,
I try
So she's
to make sure my
devalued.
exes are better off.
What did you say, Carl?
I try to make sure my exes are better off, so I
Are
don't have to
better
worry
off?
about them. So I don't have to
so
worry
a
about
man
them.
shouldn't have no problem dating one of your exes because she better off since she's dated you.
Oh, they're gonna have a hard time
Why is it gonna be hard?
because they
She's
dated
not
me.
yours no more.
Doesn't matter.
That's fine, and that's fine.
Talking about standards and preferences. You introduce them to a certain standard, and it's going to be difficult to replace the standard. That's all I think Carl is saying.
I mean, I can get that.
So it's really going to be difficult for a guy. That's all he's saying.
So
But you
never know.
perhaps
She
it's
may have-
hard. Perhaps it's hard for a lady to even leave you because it sounds like you're so great.
Right.
No, I am great though. Thank you. No, I'm not always great. We all have our flaws, and we
This
do
is
our
true.
things.
Okay, well, so you
But-
admitted that.
But however, when I'm dedicated to in a relationship, I'm dedicated and I'm a good guy.
And I believe that,
I have been kidnapped in relationships. I have kidnapped in relationships.
Okay, so let me ask you this: what does being kidnapped mean?
Being there longer than you're supposed to when one person tries to get out of it and the other person's holding them hostage.
So at what point do you be like, okay, I need to really get out of this and let go? How long do you stay kidnapped?
Yeah, when do you release your hostage?
And how
It
can a
can be-
grown ass man be kidnapped and held hostage? But go on.
Tended to his love language.
Okay, fair enough.
And there's that.
I've got any more fun scenarios?
Well, I had one where Janelle was saying, why do y'all be like your ex was crazy.
That's the first thing.
Let's tell us more.
Why do men say that women are crazy?
Mm-hmm.
Because that is their perception of what happened at the end of that relationship, which probably was something toxic that traumatized the young man based on their
But
exit.
do they take accountability for what they done did for her to act that way?
Because you can't make her crazy,
Well,
you
they
can call
react.
her crazy.
But even if he made her crazy, the action that she demonstrated, if it was crazy, is warranted. Whether he made her crazy or not, that
What?
doesn't discount the fact that she was acting crazy. You can't say, yo, my ex was crazy without saying she was crazy, because she was crazy, if that's what the young man says.
Do you think a
Now,
man
if
can
There's a
drive a lady
reason.
to that point? Exactly. That's what I was
of
saying, Gay Nail. You think a man can
course he
drive a lady to that
can.
point?
Absolutely. So if a guy says that, then I think that the strategic question should be, well, what did you do that might have caused
Yes.
her? But we're
There we
not
go.
discounting that she was crazy. For sure, she was crazy. Now, what did you do? That's the follow-up question.
That's the number
Have you
one
ever had a
question.
crazy ex?
I think we've all had crazy exes.
No, it's crazy,
on
crazy.
occasion. We've all had some experiences with people who have probably gone too far. Read this
Can
on the
you,
internet.
without saying who or the situation, can you take accountability of perhaps why she went crazy?
Absolutely. I've grown up and matured as a young man, and I can see some things that I may have done to contribute.
What happened,
Thank you.
friend?
Who knows?
Can this episode be part of the Lost Files?
Carl, because you don't want to be next. You don't want to be put in the hot seat.
The archives. I'm good with it. I'll say, you know, that in being responsible, even in being responsible, sometimes people can act crazy. And I do believe that I've seen that before too. So that means that you guys, not you guys, but women could be crazy responsibly or irresponsibly. So crazy just comes with it sometimes.
What's a
Yeah, I
responsible
mean, men
crazy?
can too.
I know.
Yeah.
I got a question
Oh
for
boy,
you
let's
guys.
go. Oh,
Have you ever circled back around to your ex?
What do you mean circle back?
Yeah,
And how did that work out?
it worked. I mean, it just depends on growth and maturity.
I've never circled back.
it didn't work for me.
Janelle? Janelle?
When it was done, it was done. I'm sorry.
So it was done. We already knew that answer.
Whatever, Carl.
You don't even want to look at it, talk at
Because I
it.
gave too many chances, so it
Tiffany.
was done. It was done.
It didn't work for me. We don't all mature.
Have you ever circled back, Carl?
No, so I just want to kind of prove a point where if you still in touch with that ex, he has that opportunity to reconnect because he was that ex and if that ex is in that life, it's gonna be the opportunity.
Sometimes it's not even
No
about them being in
way.
their life. Sometimes you can just catch up from years in past.
Right.
You ain't have to necessarily be in
Let me tell you
connection all the
something about
time.
my ex and the one that we spent the blocking and it didn't work. Like literally, if he was the last man on earth, I would demand a recount. Like absolutely not.
So what you are in a kidnap ex relationship. So some of your exes is kidnapping you because you're tied to them for kid reasons, for finance reasons, for whatever reason that you have to communicate with them.
Well, if that was the case, okay, that was the case. You know, I once was blind, but now I see. That wasn't the move.
Look at you growing up.
No way, Jose, Juan, or Julio. No.
Nothing, no more, huh? What about you, Billy?
I don't have any interest in exes.
Your story, your love, your tea. The signature Candy Connections tea is available now. Effortless style that speaks without saying too much. Grab your tea today. Candy Connections.
They became an ex for a reason.
Have
So
you
you ain't
ever
never spent
even
Yep.
Nah,
Glitching out.
Janelle
It's
trying to
glitching.
leave. She's trying to leave.
it ain't
It's
glitching.
glitching.
It ain't glitching.
What was the
right.
question? What was the question?
You ain't never spent the block.
Mm,
Rekindle the old flame.
Nah, this is I get you episode, boy. They try to get you.
Your truth is your truth, Billy.
yeah, the truth is the truth. That is the truth.
I said
It is the truth.
your truth is your truth. So
That is the truth. I'm telling you, that's the
Okay.
truth. What's the truth?
we'll take it. We'll take it.
What's the truth?
You said you've never spent the block or rekindled an old flame. So if
I
that's
didn't
the
even
case,
give an answer. I just said,
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then okay. Well, go ahead and give the answers.
I know that men sometimes rekindle relationships, and that's okay if that's what they choose to do. Good answer?
If that's your answer, that's your answer. Okay.
Yeah,
Right on.
that's the answer. Janelle made it back.
Did everybody answer the question?
What I miss?
I think so.
Have you ever
Is
spent the
never
block?
Billy's never spent the block or rekindled an old flame.
We didn't really answer the question, is what happened.
You shouldn't have. What? Okay.
I'll say that's not my standard. Let's do it that way.
Okay.
Traditionally,
Right on.
no. But we've all grown. Maybe we all have once or twice or thrice in the past.
Well, here's the thing. It
Perhaps.
takes a long time to get over a relationship, especially if you've been in one that's meaningful and deep. I think I read somewhere it takes 17 months and 26 days to
Dang.
get over a relationship.
That's fair.
And I would say, by definition, are we talking about relationships or just dealing with somebody? Because if you're saying relationships, then no. I'm talking about like significant relationships, and that answer is no.
Well, like dealing with somebody, because you know how, for instance, you're in a relationship, you break with that person. You got this person on the side that you probably keep going back and forth to.
That ain't
Right.
real.
That's what I'm saying. That don't count. Relationship, no. That answer is no. Any significant relationship and that breakup, that's never. It's never.
So why the other one ain't real?
But because you talking about if you just randomly date somebody, like if you date somebody without establishing a significant relationship and then you stop seeing them and then you go out and date with them again, it's just a continuation of what it was before. That's not to me, that doesn't qualify the
You
same.
have to be in a relationship to call somebody to break up to be an ex.
Right. So if you never were in a relationship, you never broke up with them. So that if we're talking about relationship where I'm your guy and you're my girl, and you done met my parents, I done met your parents, and that's different. Like that is a relationship. I've never any of those people we have decided not to be together anymore. Then no,
I think
nothing bad. It's just
men and women sometimes have different definitions of relationships.
true.
Mhm.
This is definitely true.
And that's where it goes into you make her crazy.
Right.
That's possible
Right.
too.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah,
y'all
we're
would
talking about that on one episode recently where we were talking about like intimacy causes this Velcro attachment sometimes when men may not be necessarily as attached.
Right.
And naturally for women that there's maybe more magnetic attachment, whereas with guys it takes us a little bit longer to be magnetically attached.
Okay, you said that. So I was watching I don't know if y'all seen Kurt Franklin's YouTube show where you have all the men on there. It's called The
King.
Den or something
Den of
like that. I don't
Kings.
know. Yeah, Den of Kings. So the gang was on there and he was like, um, he didn't realize, well, he just came to himself when in his 40s, from because he was saying something about how, you know, the men, they know they're not intentional with this woman. They know they're just stringing her along.
Wow.
And sometimes they can't look at their self in the mirror because they know they didn't play this with this woman's emotions. So have you ever been in that situation where you know that this ain't who you want and you know she has feelings for you, but you keep getting involved?
What is being involved? How do you define being involved? What does that mean?
Being involved, like going on dates, spending time, doing all the relationship things, but not in a relationship.
Here's the thing. Gaynell is a twin like her sister because she don't listen either, right?
I guess Tiffany, you are triple.
We done told you that, for men, after you done showed us that you're not really the one, when you've proved it, when you showed it, and that man is just kind of hanging around. He's kind of just there now. Maybe you are giving him the access, and that's what's keeping him around. But in his mind, he's probably set that you're not going to be that one. And yes, it is messed up that it's like that because the woman's feelings and emotions is getting involved. Why it seems like he's stringing her along. However, he done already told her, which he should have, that the standards wasn't met, or he done said it and said it and said it till he ain't said it no more. So now he's just in a place where he's just on the end where it's just for He's there probably for the ride.
But why still hang on for the ride? This is what gets y'all in
Right.
trouble.
Yep.
And this is where chaos comes from
Hmm.
because
Okay.
y'all
Let me sit
stringing
up.
these women along and she getting emotionally attached, but then you don't know why she act like this.
So,
But
all
you
right.
know
Because
she has emotion
you won't let her go.
and feelings for you.
And why do y'all do that? If you know you don't want this woman, why string her along? I know the access is there, but why take, if you know she really likes you and she's probably giving you the access because she really likes you, you know you don't want her. So why keep, and it's probably a dumb question, but why keep taking it? Like, leave her, set her
Right.
free. Let her go. Can't you just say, no, this ain't for me. I don't really want you. I don't want to do this. I don't want, like, just let her go.
Because you're getting access somewhere else, so why still keep her to get access?
Yeah.
And is there a guilt with that?
Yeah. Hello.
And
So
again, I'm speaking
that
in
there would be
general. But
guilt
go ahead.
if someone is being intentional and causing someone pain like that. So I don't know that world. I don't know the world where somebody wants to be in a relationship with you. You know you don't want to be in a relationship with them, but you're dragging them. I don't know that. I don't know. I don't think that would be a good thing to do. I think
Okay, so
that
you've never done that.
communicating,
So
I mean,
you've never done
not
that.
as an older,
Okay.
strung somebody along about a relationship.
Like, no,
Not even a
you're saying that
relationship,
you have
just keep
never,
dealing with this person.
right, whether it's like, let's say
Say it
there's
again.
no relationship. Let's say there's no relationship. If you've never been in a, let's say, situation where you know a woman likes you and she's giving you the access, you know you don't like her, but yet you still keep taking it. You don't do that. And never, you just don't do that.
No, I'm saying that's a situation. That's not a relationship, though. Like you guys are saying, why would we drag somebody in a relationship when we've already
So there
It's
we
not,
go with
let's
established
drop,
that?
okay,
words. There
drop
go
the
we go
word
with words.
relationship. Drop the word
Why
relationship.
are we
You know,
dropping it? That's
If you in a
that's the
because
key
that's where
part of
situation,
the
you're
whole
getting,
thing.
that's where you're getting confused. That's where you're getting confused. Let's just say,
Hold your
you
camera.
know the
Hold up,
woman
Tiffany. Hold your
likes
camera
you.
straight.
She threw the
I
camera
got
at
it.
You
me.
getting worked
Let's
up.
just say, you know the woman likes you and she's giving you the access because she likes you. And so you've never taken advantage of that and have gotten the access knowing you don't like that. You don't want that woman. That's what you're saying. You don't do that to women.
What I'm saying is, Gaynell said, why are we stringing them along? Nobody's stringing anybody along if it's a situationship and you understand the situation. Like, what is the string along? Like, to me, this is, let me give it to you this way. When you say string along, that means like, yo, a guy is playing to my emotions, knowing that I want to be with him, and he's acting like he wants to be with me. Like that's not being true. But if if he ain't taking you out on no dates, he ain't introducing you to nobody, y'all ain't doing nothing other than hanging out on the occasion. That ain't no relationship. Like how would you even get that? How would you
See,
get
you got us
relationship out
on
of
a
that?
hand. You got
I
I think
said
she
you're doing
thinks,
all the
and the
things
other woman thinks
I
it's a
said that you're
relationship.
doing all the things in a relationship, like taking her out on dates and doing all this, but you don't want to be in a relationship, but you're doing all the things that you do in a relationship.
So that's my point. So that's why I'm asking for clarification. Gaynell, your question is doing all the things that are in a relationship, which is the string along, correct? But if a guy is not doing those things and on the occasion has access, what is
That's
the
on
string
her.
along? Okay, thank you. Say it again for the people in the back in the choir. Like if there's no relationship stuff going on, what is the confusion about? Like Tiffany, I understand your question, but what I'm adding to that, if there are no relationship things going on, how are
right.
we concluding? Where does
So
that
what I
even
said
come from?
was no relationship things going on, but you know this lady likes you because men know when women like them. You know she's
Well, guys
likes you
like
and
ladies.
she's giving you the access because she likes you. You know you don't want to be with her, then why even deal with the access? Move on and leave her alone. I'm saying, why does that happen? I can't stand y'all. I can't stand y'all. That's terrible. Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
because y'all are selfish. I can't leave this girl alone.
Thank you. I'm glad you said that. Did you say guys are selfish?
Yes.
Are we saying that women are not
I didn't
selfish?
say that.
See, don't you turn it. Don't you
Oh,
spin
okay.
it.
Well,
We gonna
Right,
stay right
I
here.
didn't say that.
Don't you spin it.
we are. So we can say we're selfish. We can say that both men and women are selfish in this regard. So Tiffany, if that's what you're asking, Have I been selfish? Absolutely, but so have women. The women, it's not different. Like, I'm not
It's
independently
all
being
selfish
selfish.
in her part because you keep saying she likes him. She likes him because she's doing it because she likes him.
But how is
So that's
that
on her
selfish
selfish
for
self.
her?
She's been
How is she
because
being
she is
So
selfish?
she's being
That's her
selfish
being
How?
on
vulnerable.
liking
That's
her
her
serving
because
her.
being
seeking
vulnerable.
access,
Right.
and he's being selfish to
Wait,
access.
so that's not her. That's not her being selfish. And I'm not against being selfish. I'm saying that's not her being selfish and trying to fulfill what herself wants. Like, let's just say she's compromising the standard for now. If that's what, let's say she's compromising the standard with the hopes of advancing to the relationship. That is being selfish because you're serving self. You're like, I'm gonna do this because it may be in my best. Whose interest is
So
it in?
it was all good last episode when she wanted to give extra. Now she giving this extra.
Y'all ain't right.
Go ahead, get that extra.
Y'all
Right.
ain't right.
Huh?
Y'all
Yeah,
ain't right.
I was on that episode. I'm gonna do one of these
Y'all not
extra love
right.
languages that he don't even want because I'm just wanting to be okay. Well, acts of service.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying too. So
So I'm
we're
going back
saying
to so
when we
Gaynell said that the original question was, y'all don't feel guilty for doing that?
not at all.
So no.
Y'all don't have it.
Why? If you know that this woman is emotional and she has emotions for you, and y'all know how she feels about you, why isn't there any guilt?
Because they don't.
Guilty about what though? What is the guilt about?
Like,
I ain't asking them trick questions. What you guilty for? What the
Guilty
talking
of
like
about
what?
guilt?
What is,
for
what are we
instance, like
guilty
you
of?
know, like if like for instance, you may be thinking to yourself, I know she likes me, I know she wants to be with me, I know this, I know that, I know I can have her, but I just want her for this. But you're also doing all the things to woo her, to make her fall for you. But in your mind, it's different because you don't want, you just want her for one thing.
Y'all
Is
keep
she
adding
aware?
stuff.
Is she aware?
And she
Y'all doing
knows
that
she's
extra
not
stuff.
aware. Because in her mind, she thinking y'all cool.
See, okay. This scenario that you're speaking of, Gaynell, is this woman aware that
Billy,
this
do
man?
they know your ex? Are they working for your ex? Are they
Oh, no, I
pulling
think
it
they
out
just
on this
talk.
episode?
I think this is just in general. I don't think that's a me
No.
thing. I don't think it's a me thing. Oh, I told you my ex we broke up on great terms. It was good.
It's general questions because not most
Yeah,
men like to just they know they have no interest in this woman, but they keep dealing with her just for the access. So why continue?
So here's my question. Can we couple the question? Does the woman know that he has no interest in the scenario that you're giving me? Because if
How is
she know,
how is she gonna know he had no interest if he's showing interest in her? If he doing all the things, taking on dates and spending time, why would she not
You didn't
feel
say
that
that at
he's not
first.
interested?
well, Gaynell did, Tiffany didn't. So I'm saying those are two different scenarios
Mhm.
where Gaynell, your scenario, yours, when you're talking about doing all of the other things that are in the relationship, that is completely different than you seeing somebody occasionally. You may have some moments of intimacy with this person, but none of what you're talking about, how does that person conclude that you're in a relationship just because I'm saying that woman knows, like whoever that person is, that woman or man, because it can be either way. I'm saying that person knows. So if the person isn't doing what you're saying, isn't that the clue? Isn't that the answer?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like
Oh,
if I get what you're saying. You saying if they're not doing anything, but y'all hook up every once in a while, then
what's confusing? And so now
that's
to go
on
to your
her.
point, I
Huh?
agree with you as well then. So I'm saying I am agreeing with you as well. I don't know that that's fair. You know, you're playing the part, but that's different. So I don't agree with that. I'm agreeing with you that that does not make sense for you to know that you're not, this person is not the one, but you're treating and dragging them along as if they may be the one. Then I don't agree.
Carl, what do you
Right.
think?
Y'all confused. Y'all are so confusing. Y'all be switching up, saying stuff and attacking, and I don't even know, adding stuff.
How we attacking?
Y'all all gas, no brakes.
So do y'all have any
But
questions
there's
regarding
no guilt in that scenario.
In the scenario that you're talking about,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Where is the guilt coming from? I mean, that's like asking, is she guilty for liking him?
The guilt come from leading
It's
her
neither.
on.
It's neither.
So you don't feel guilty that you didn't let this girl alone, knowing that she wasn't gonna be nothing to you.
Leading
Well,
her on in the way that
in
Gaynell described?
in the first scenario, it was we done told her, that man done told her that he didn't met her didn't meet her standard, and she knows that
Do y'all
because
really say that to
she's not
women?
doing the things. They know that if they're not going further than
No, they
No,
don't.
y'all don't say.
No, they don't.
if you ain't going to mama's house and Thanksgiving dinner and Thanksgiving is next week, ladies. You been with that man 2 years and
And
you ain't
seen a
been
plate?
to mama's house and she is alive. You ain't the one.
So why does he
February
have to
15th
say
is your
that? Like,
day.
does he have to say something? Doesn't that automatically fit the description?
I said February 15th is her day.
Maybe. You might be at the Super Bowl.
You know when you are not the one that women know when they don't want to be with a man, they're not gonna do what they're gonna do what he expects. And they get told that in conversations and they still be there. And this is the situation that happens. This is the relationship that it becomes. Not a real relationship, a situational ship. So
I
there's
guess I don't understand why you just don't cut it off. Like, I don't want her.
Right.
She ain't the one. I need to move on. Why you just don't cut it off? Because I'm that way. If I know I don't want nobody, I will bounce like a bad check. There's no need for me to stick around.
Right,
it,
because that's like wasting your time and energy.
Yeah.
So Tiffany, I'm gonna go to your scenario, and if that's okay. What's
Mhm.
the cutoff? Like if you barely have any communication with the person and you'd only see them very random, what are you cutting off? What's the cutoff?
Different. If it's
Not
very,
even,
very random. If
it
it's
ain't
very
even cut on.
random, huh?
It's not even cut on. So if it's random, go ahead.
Yeah. If in that scenario, if it's just random when y'all see each other, then sure, that's
It is
fine.
what it
And you
is.
both have the understanding that we just gonna do what we do when we see each other. Totally get it. Everybody's grown in that situation.
Okay, got it.
We are talking about when you know a woman likes you and you know she's giving you access because she likes you and you're just taking it and stringing her along. Why do you do that? Carl busted out laughing.
Why else would she give you access? Because she like you, right? You just said it.
Yeah,
Right.
but
So
you
why won't you
said,
let
I'm
go?
saying, but you know you don't like her. You're just
So
getting it because she giving it to you.
And you know she's not gonna move forward.
Right.
So are we to assume that you all are saying that she's giving him the access because she believes it's going to move forward?
Yeah.
She
or because she likes him.
Both.
It's
Is
okay.
I
Yes.
like this. I like
She
this. Hold
likes
on.
him and she thinks that it's gonna move, that the relationship is gonna progress at some
But
time.
you already know that you don't like her like that. So but all you want to
Right.
do is just continue to get the access. Why do you just can't let her go? Let the access go too.
Yes. Yes. I
Why?
cannot with him. I
Why?
cannot with him.
And it's the same question. It's the same
No, I
question.
can't.
Why is it funny?
I'm so confused. Bro.
How
I'm
is
so
that
confused.
confused? I don't know how that's
Like,
confusing.
Why would?
all right. I got a question. I got a question. This woman that you all are speaking about, does she not understand that she is so you're saying she doesn't know that she's not the one? She's like, well, maybe I could be the one, knowing she's
No,
not the
there y'all
one.
go with these words. Why y'all just can't answer?
No. She's like I.
Mhm.
She's giving him with the desire to want to advance the relationship forward, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So she believes that is a possibility.
Yes.
by how he moving with her, yes.
Yes.
She's not just
And-
gonna believe it just on the strength of just because she giving. He has to be doing some
She ain't just
things
pulled it
to
out of the
make
sky.
her believe it.
So the question I want to pose to you guys is why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he not accept it if she keeps giving it to him and she likes him? Why wouldn't
Because
he?
you don't like her.
We get it. So,
So
Janelle, does she believe, based on the circumstances, she is still under the impression that she could possibly be the one?
Yeah.
Can get to Gaynell's people level?
Yeah. Because she like
keep,
him and she's
keep giving him access. Maybe it'll work out one day.
Yeah.
question was why
Hang in
don't
there,
y'all just
right.
leave? Leave her alone. That was the
That's why
question.
Paul Laniger, why would he leave?
Because you don't think that's taking advantage of a
Right.
situation.
You don't think she's taking advantage of a situation too?
You don't
She's
think that's
taking
playing?
advantage.
You don't think that's playing with a
Her
woman's
emotion.
heart when you know you don't want her? Like, let her go. And like Janelle said, I like what Janelle said. Let her and the exes go. Carl, don't you dare start laughing.
Put it on mute. I'm just not understanding. I guess I don't know.
I don't
I mean,
understand.
I'm not.
Like that you don't understand.
Right.
If the young lady is dealing with the guy, you're saying, so you, all right, let me go y'all route. You know what? This is so amazing, but I know that you're not going to be the one. And as much as you like me and I like you liking me, I think I should just let you go. Is that what it should sound like?
Yes.
Y'all take that clip and spin it a couple times for, when we post it.
Carl, why are you looking like that?
Because let's say you done said that and you done let her know, and from you guys' conversation, it sounds like, well, at least from the first scenario, it sounds like we done let him know that, and she likes him, so she's trying to use that to make him like her. And if she's doing that, then that's what she's doing. So why should he
So
feel
now you're
guilty
turning this
for
to a
something?
whole nother thing. The question is, you're talking to this girl. This girl likes you, but you have no interest in her whatsoever. But all you want is the access from her. Why not just let her and the access go?
Well, you just said all I want is the access from her.
But you get
So
this
then
access
all
to
I
somewhere
want is
else.
the access from her.
You can get the access from somewhere else. You
You
don't have to
just
get it
told me.
specifically from her.
You just told me she's giving me the access.
So you would take her and somebody, you getting access from everywhere, huh? Whoever
Now
y'all.
you keep saying again. I'm speaking
Right.
generically and in general. So I'm responding to what you're saying. And
I guess that's the difference between men and women, because if there's a man and he's like wanting to deal with me and I know I don't want to deal with him, and I
Absolutely.
say that, you're friend zoned, you don't need to come on to me
Right.
anymore because
It
I'm
ain't gonna be
not, it's
nothing.
not going to be that. And he continues, block.
But
I,
that's the
I
difference,
remove you.
Stephanie.
Huh?
The
And I guess
difference
that's the
is,
difference too, because women, you got to have some type of physical attraction or even like them to give them access.
Yeah.
Apparently,
And
men don't.
if I tell you, and I'm not gonna tell you more than once, when you're friend zoned, you're friend zoned. Don't keep coming on to me. Don't keep saying I don't know. You're done. Block.
they can't upgrade.
I done told you that you are friend zone. So you can stop the good morning beautiful text because they ain't going nowhere. They getting
Now he can
deleted
just
and
figure
you
out this
getting blocked.
quality time.
Or the DMs.
Yeah. So but y'all are saying no, we don't do that. If she
She
like me
giving
enough
it.
and she give up the access,
We gonna take it as long as we
that's on
can.
her. Yeah, that's on her.
and again, that's for those lost souls, those men who are out here, and not seeking those real relationships, and
Speaking in general terms.
speaking in general terms, definitely.
Okay, I just want to talk to Janelle and Gaynell right now because the three of us all have sons. We have to make sure that we tell our sons, if you do not like a girl, keep it moving.
Mhm.
Don't drag her along. Don't
Pay with
take her
her
access. Let
feelings.
her go. Yes.
So
Out the
here we go
gate,
with
let her
this
go.
again. So
What?
here we go with this again. We always want to tell our sons what good to do for women. What are we telling the women? What are you telling the women?
I don't have a daughter.
We tell the women our girls how to carry themselves and how to respect themselves and value themselves.
Well, quit
So
trying
that
to give him all of that access, and he
so that
don't
might
like
look
your.
like success if he doesn't want to be in a relationship with you. That maybe what versus just telling your son. Maybe that we tell the daughters
Well,
that
I guess
too.
Well,
I'm
Tiffany
saying
don't
as
have a
a
son.
person,
A daughter. So she's speaking as
and
far
I
as
guess
just
I'm
the
saying
son.
as a boy mom, there comes a point where when you know a girl likes you and you know you don't like her, but she's giving you the access, at that point, you are controlling the situation. So you need to say, when you know you don't want her, you need to, like Janelle said, you need to let her and the access go. And because then you'll be wondering
But
why
she,
you don't woke up in the morning and your windows
You're
done got busted out
right,
your car.
exactly. That's
We
what
was
I'm saying, because
playing
that
with her.
caused a lot of chaos, and y'all bring it to y'all bring it to yourselves for doing that.
so next thing you know, they're on the podcast with you and I, Carl. And they're like, "Yo, crazy done
Listen,
blew out my she
I
done."
ain't
I've
never
never.
busted no windows out no
Me
car, and I
neither.
know when it's time to go.
Right.
Remember,
But
we're speaking in general. We know you find ladies are the exception to the rule, right? But there are what y'all like to say 9 times out of 10. I swear when y'all say that, y'all kill me with that. 9 times out of 10, you know what I'm saying? So if we take the access away from them, they might act crazy. Speaking in general terms.
Have you ever had an ex bust out a window or damage something?
Who?
I
Anybody?
haven't.
No. Oh,
And I
have you?
have never. Right.
Have you?
Did the ladies all say they
I
never?
have never.
You know why? Because
I've
usually
never.
men don't do that. If I ask Billy, he probably say yeah. If I ask you,
Man,
probably say yeah.
I'm drop.
Men don't usually do that, but
Yeah.
women usually.
What did you do?
Listen,
I've never.
I have seen men like on TikTok and stuff, like somebody that recorded where men do go crazy and do that too. Not y'all, but men do go crazy and do that too. And I'll tell you when men do it. Men do it when the woman tries to move on and he ain't ready to move on, or he didn't think she was gonna move on. Then you go
Or if
crazy. Now you done cheated on her 10 times, but when she tried to move on with somebody because you done cheated 10 times, men get upset and get an attitude, and that's when her windows get busted and her tires get flattened. It does happen.
Well,
He was
that's
just
interesting.
loving them girls. He was gonna get right back.
On that note, anyway, tonight was a good conversation. Let's end this with the final thought.
A
And let's
positive
go.
one.
Okay, let's see here.
I'll go first. I will say treat people like you want to be treated.
And I want to say what goes around comes around.
I'm gonna go ahead and chime in and say that ex is for the next. Keep it moving.
I'm just gonna say, be true to yourself and treat people like you want to be treated, like Gaynell said, and
Yeah.
don't play with people's emotions, or you're gonna be in
Yeah.
trouble.
And I'm gonna say, a true relationship is someone who accepts your past, supports your presence, and loves you and encourages your future. We'll see y'all next time.
Thank y'all for tuning in to Candid
Bye.
Connections. Make sure y'all follow our page and our Instagram and Facebook page of Candid Connections. Follow our YouTube. If you have any questions, comments, contact us at candidconnectionskc@gmail.com. Remember, you deserve the kind of love you give. Bye, y'all.
Bye.